Here we go again. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Something a bit different this week. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I was quite happily just going along, playing PS3 games, PS4 games, occasional PS2 game. And all of a sudden, bang, I got the urge to buy retro again. It'd be easy to blame YouTube, but I've been getting the urge for a while now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like thinking, oh my god, I need full sets here, there and everywhere. There's the odd game that I'm really nostalgic about, that I've just been dying to play again. And I can play them on emulators, and for the most part, that is absolutely fine. But there's the odd game from my childhood that it just don't cut it. An emulator just doesn't give you that dopamine fix. If you've got nostalgic feelings for video games, you'll know what I mean. So if I've never played a game when I was a child, it don't bother me. I can just boot up an emulator, play it perfectly fine, be perfectly happy with that. So anything from the NES, never had a NES when I was a kid, never played a NES when I was a kid, didn't really play it until I was in my 20s. I can quite happily boot them up on emulator and play them on whatever pad I've got in front of me. Because I've got no nostalgic feelings towards those consoles. But the odd game here and there, I really want to get that nostalgia effect again. So yeah, I woke up one morning and I just started pulling the trigger left, right and centre. I've ended up with a box full of old tap basically. Yeah, let's just dive in. I'll show you what happened. So, first one I could quite easily blame YouTube for, but I'm not gonna. I'll explain why I bought this and go through it that way. So, first up, big giveaway what it is. We've got an N64. Now, N64 for me, this were my teenage years, this. Yeah. I spent so many hours playing 4-player on this. Mario Kart, Diddy Kong, GoldenEye. It's all we ever did, me and my mates. Well, I say all we ever did. We went out, caused mayhem, did what teenage lads do, and then we came back and chilled out at one of us houses and played Mario Kart or GoldenEye, basically. But yeah, this console, in my opinion, is the only retro console that emulates badly. You cannot get the same feeling emulating this on, see, I've got the Nvidia Shield, I've got the full ROM set for N64. It doesn't feel like playing it on a normal pad instead of using this thing. Feels wrong. Everything about it, there's just nothing sits right when it's emulated, this console. And I have said that plenty of times in the past. I can quite happily play most games on emulators, but N64, it's got to be the real deal. And I've been watching a lot of YouTubers recently, picking up nice games that I've got a lot of nostalgia for. Tutor UK keeps adding some nice boxed N64 stuff into his collection. Pete started collecting again. Oh, I just saw all these games and all these gameplay footage. I just thought, oh, fuck it, I'm buying one. Easy as that, I'm buying one. So, yeah, I bought one. I can't remember what I paid for it. I don't know. My wallet took a right hammering about all this on the same day, plus cables, plus extension leads, and some games as well. I just went fucking crazy. My wallet took a right hammer. I think I paid about 60, 65 for that. So not much, you know, on the cheaper end of the market. I'm not bothered about boxes for consoles at all. No interest at all in box consoles. These are a means to play the games. I'm a game collector, I like games. Consoles, they are what they are. They're just the way that I play the games. So, my history with the N64 and eBay, it's not that great. Every time I buy something for the N64 or buy a console, something goes tits up. And this time was no bloody different. So I bought this console, plugs it in, got power supply with it, it came with an RF cable, So, I mean, I upgraded that straight away. I've got a proper screen SCART cable for it. I don't like RF. Not because of the image quality. I'm not really bothered about image quality and stuff like that. I'm not a, like, pixel perfect kind of gamer. It doesn't bother me. But fannying around with RF, basically, I can't be arsed with it. I just want to plug a SCART lead in or HDMI lead in and off you go. So I've upgraded, I've got the SCART lead. But at the time, when I first plugged it in, I only had an RF lead. So I plugs it in, figures out how to tune my TV in. That was a bleeding nightmare. I've not tuned the telly in for 15 years or so. So yeah, that was fun, figuring that out. So puts the game in, turns it on, lets it run its auto-tune. Didn't find out. Oh, don't tell me it's not compatible with all the tuning systems. So I looked through what it was searching through, and it was searching V and UHF. So it is compatible. Went auto-tune again. Didn't find out again. Bloody hell, it's powered on, isn't it? Light were on, cartridge were in, everything switched on. But what's going on here? So I did an auto-tune again, didn't find out. Manual tuned it, looking around the normal channels where it picks up the console, so like C33, 34, around that region. Nothing. But what the fuck? It's sold me a Duff console. That was the first thing that came into my head. So yeah, I had a quick look over it, make sure it all plugged in right. It was. No fucking jumper pack. No jumper pack. How are you meant to run a game with no jumper pack? If you don't have a jumper pack in, these will not boot. So I looked on the auction. It's got pictures of it running on the auction. It says with it, it's supplied with everything you need to get started. So, alright, right. Got in touch with him. Mate, there's no jumper pack in this fucking N64. What's going on? His reply was, oh, one of our associates must have taken it out to test another console and we don't have a spare one now, so sorry. For fuck's sake. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't overly bothered. At the time, I only had one game and I wanted to play another game on one of the other things I bought. But I wanted to test it to make sure it works. I've already ordered an expansion pack. That was one of the first purchases for the system, but that hasn't arrived yet. So I was like, I can't test if this works until I've got my expansion pack. I want it to be working. What are you going to do about it, mate? He refunded me a tenner, basically. So I think I got this for like 53 quid, something along them lines, all in. But I still don't know if it bloody works or not, because my expansion pack hasn't arrived yet. So when I bought the expansion pack, the same day I bought this, the guy I bought it off, he wasn't going to be able to post it until a week later, which was fine at the time. I was in no rush to get it. But now, I can't play the damn thing until the expansion pack arrives. So, yeah. Peeved off already with N64. But yeah, brilliant console. Like I say, I've got some, yeah, so many memories of playing that. Mainly I was inebriated in one way or another when I was playing it. But yeah, great fun, great times. Great memories playing these games with my mates. GoldenEye especially. Used to spend hours and hours playing GoldenEye with my mates. So yeah, looking forward to kicking that off again. I'll show you games and stuff in another video. We'll just talk about consoles and where we're at today. So that's the first one. Nostalgia, yeah. But there's also going to be a few games I buy for that, but I never got around to buying back in the day. Games I wanted to play, but by the time they'd come out, I'd already kind of moved on to PS2. So my money were going on PS2, and then by the time I got into the N64, when I was like collecting full time, the games I wanted to play were quite expensive for that, and they still are quite expensive. So I never bothered buying them. I always put off buying them. So I'm going to buy them this time, play them, see how they play, because I've never even played them on emulator. It'll be nice to play them eventually. Right, what's next? Well, I've got that as well for N64. While we're on it, pad extension lead. So my TV's miles away from my couch. I'm too old to be sitting my ass on the floor. So next up we have, yeah, I couldn't not get a Mega Drive. I just couldn't. Most nostalgic console for me is this. My first proper console. I had 8-bit computers and I had an Atari 7800. But let's be honest, Atari 7800 were a bit shit, wasn't it? The games on it were crap. And most of the time I went to game shops looking for 7,800 games. All they had were 2,600 games. And I was like, I don't want to play that old shite. Even back then when I was a kid, I thought they were shite. I still think they're shite now. We're tired of 2,600, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's before my time. I just can't play the games. I think they're crap. Mega Drive, though. This was where it really hit home for me, gaming. When I first played this damn thing, I was hooked. Absolutely loved it to bits. So, yeah, no issues with this. The cheapest chips, I think I paid 35 quid for a console. I had to buy a SCART lead for it again. I don't know if this came with an RF lead or not, I can't remember. I'd already ordered a SCART lead, and the SCART lead turned up before the console, so I just plugged the SCART lead in. Came with 2 pads. Works perfectly. Lots and lots of great games that I want to pick up on this again. I say lots and lots. There's maybe 30 games I want to pick up for this one, which it's not mega amount of games, is it? Again, it's the games I'm nostalgic about playing as a child, so ones I've got good memories of. I've played most games on the Mega Drive on actual hardware, or you know, in real life, rather than on an emulator. But I'm not that bothered. I can play most of them on an emulator still, and it don't bother me. It's just the ones like the Sonic games I played as a kid. I won't go through all the games, but the ones I've got fond memories of playing with my mates when I was a kid, and you know, ones that really hit home with me when I was younger, they're the ones I want to pick up again. So I've already got a couple of games for this. Again, we'll go into games in another episode. But yeah, really happy to have this back in the collection. Cracking little unit, worked perfectly, no issues at all. Just how we want it. And that's it for consoles. Yeah, that's it for... It's not really a console, this one. You can't class it as a console, okay? It's an add-on. It's not a console. I couldn't resist. Basically, I bought this because there's one game I want to play again. I'll probably pick up a couple of my favourite games, but I doubt my Master System collection will get more than 5-6 games. I can't imagine there being many more than that. There's one game that when I sold every game I owned, I literally sold everything apart from my game I was currently playing on my PS4. Everything else went. I kept one game and I've got fond memories of it. It was a game I owned as an adult because I never owned a Master System as a kid, which is why I'm quite happy playing them on emulators. Again, I don't have that nostalgia attachment to the games, but I do have fond memories from playing them as an adult. So there's a couple of games I do want to play, and there's one game I never sold, which kind of special to me. So I want to play that again, and I can't play it on an emulator. There's no ROM of it. So it's a custom made game. It was made for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that again. I'll upload a video when I put it in. But that is the main reason I bought this. I've no nostalgia really for my system, but that one game, I needed to play it again. For what these cost, I think it was like 30 quid. I ain't bothered. That's it, bang on. If I ever want to play any Master System game, I've got it, haven't I? It's there, and it's done. So that's it. No more consoles, no more add-ons. Well, yeah. I just couldn't resist. I had to get a Game Boy, didn't I? You know, if we're going for cartridges. Honestly, man, I don't know what happened. I just woke up one morning and it just like bang, bang, bang. I want that, I want that. Yeah, Game Boy. I had to get a Game Boy. These are bloody expensive now, aren't they? Yeah. Couldn't believe how much these have got up by. If you get the pockets and the colours, they're a fair bit cheaper, aren't they? The original DMGs, bloody hell. This has been cleaned up, everything working. It's got a new screen covered on it. Yeah, it's got a screen protector on it. I doubt that's original. Very much doubt that. Game Boy, lots and lots of fond memories of this. Always had a Game Boy kicking around in the house all my life. Since they came out, basically. My mum loved playing them, my brother loved playing them, I loved playing them. We used to fight over who were getting to play it on a night time. So many great memories with this one. And the minute I booted it up, my daughter, my 10-year-old, were like, oh, what's that? She was straight interested in it. And to be honest with you, I've not been able to get the bloody thing off of her. I had to steal it back just to make this video. Just shows how well these games hold up. She'd rather play Game Boy than a Switch or a Oculus. So yeah, brilliant, brilliant console. A lot of nostalgia for this one, as I've mentioned. I don't know where I'm going to go with buying the games for the Game Boy. I've got a list of around 12 games that I really, really want. But my God, has the price of these damn things gone up. Boxed Game Boy games are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous price. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm never going to be doing any full sets, so don't anyone get that idea in the head. Genuinely, the only thing I want to buy is the odd game I've got nostalgia for. You alright, dog? You need some attention, do you? Phoebe needs some attention. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying any more full sets, all like that. The days of me spending triple figures on a sports game or a weird little variation that I'm no interested in, not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. Stop being an attention seeker. Have you seen her tapping me? She wants a cuddle. Little attention seeker. Go on, down. 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 So yeah, the only games I'm going to be buying are games I really want to play. Unfortunately, the games I really want to play on Game Boy are fucking expensive. They really are. Some of them are way, way up there. So we'll see where that one goes. I'm in no rush to buy games for any of these. I say I've got a couple in the post for all of them, apart from the Master System. I've not bought a Master System game. And I've got one game home for all of them as well. So, yeah. I'll make some videos on the games as and when I get them. Again, I've bought them for nostalgia a lot of times, so there's some nice little stories going along with why I bought most of the games as well. So, we'll discuss that a bit more later. Yeah, I think this is the one that's going to hit me the biggest. Both in the collecting terms of how many games I get for it, and in the pocket. Because, bloody hell, the most common game on the system sells for bloody stupid money. Anyway, looking forward to getting my teeth into some of these again. But I'm still going to collect for PS3 and PS4, because that's the majority of my gaming. These are going to be like little quick nostalgia hits here and there. So anyway, that's it for now. Enough ranting. 4 consoles, I suppose, added to the collection. Another thing as well, it's like, when I bought them all like in a oneer, all these, I was getting ready to build my TV unit. And while I was doing the measurements and stuff, I was like, is there anything else I want to put on this unit? So I'm measuring out for where my PS3, PS4 is going to go, which ones I need wires for. So like the PS2 needs to be under the TV, so I ain't got much room underneath, so I'm going to put some above. So figuring out where everything goes, and I thought, I don't want to have to make this again. Is there anything else that I want? And I'd already been thinking about an N64. I'd been umming and ahhing about an N64 for a while. So I thought, if I'm going to buy it, the time is now, so I can get it in here, measure it, make my unit, make sure it all fits. Don't have to change out in the future. Yeah, don't be expecting full set crazy collecting again. I'm never going to go down that route, ever again. All I'm going to be doing from now on, picking up the occasional game, something I'd like to play. And when I pick it up, I'll do a little gameplay, talk through it, show you the game. Yeah, we'll build up a nice little selection again. Try and get my childhood back on the shelves. Luckily, I didn't have that many games as a child, so it shouldn't take me too long, and it shouldn't be too expensive to pick up the childhood games for these two. This is the one where my money's going to get sunk into. I guarantee it. This is where my money will disappear to. But I really enjoy playing the Game Boy. Last time I collected for Game Boy, I kind of went back to a SP. or I was playing them on the Game Boy Advance player on a GameCube. But to be honest with you, I enjoy playing them so much on the original console. It's brilliant. I just get that massive dopamine hit as soon as I put in an original game that I've got really fond memories of. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loving playing that one. So yeah, that's it for today. Oh, nearly dropped it. Put it down on its side. That's it for today. I'm happy with what I've got. My wallet isn't. So I'll see you soon with another video. Showing you some of the games. Figuring out how to record them as well, because I ain't got I can capture any of these, I don't think. I will worry about that later down the line. So I'll see you soon with another video anyway. Enough ranting from me. Bye!